Hallo, Lieblings! Welcome to the day 2 of Learn German in 15 Days Challenge. Let's begin with the first number, which is 0. So, 0 in German is pronounced as Null. Null. Going on to the next number, 1. 1 in German is pronounced as Eins. Eins. 2 in German is pronounced as Zwei. Zwei. Paying close attention to the pronunciation of the Z that comes in the spelling of zwei, it is very essential to emphasize a little bit on the T. It's not zwei, instead it is zwei. Zwei. Do pay close attention to the tiny T that comes. So it becomes zwei. Zwei. Moving on to the next number, 3. 3 is called drei. Drei. Now if you pay close attention to the R of the drei, then you will understand that we are pronouncing it differently. We are not pronouncing it as drei. Instead, we are pronouncing it as drei. Drei. Germans pronounce R differently. To learn how to pronounce R in a better way, do check out our previous video in which we have covered all the alphabets and general things that you have to know about the German language before starting with it. So now, coming back to our drei, the number 3 is pronounced as drei. Then, moving on to the next one, that is 4. 4 is pronounced as vier. Vier. Now, even though the spelling says V-I-E-R, which is wir, we do not pronounce it as wir, but instead we pronounce it as vier. Vier. Because the pronunciation of V in German is V. To know more about it, again, view the previous video to understand the alphabets better. Moving on to the next number, we have 5. So 5 in German is pronounced as fünf. Fünf. Paying stress upon the U with the umlauts or the 2 dots, it's pronounced as fünf. Fünf. Alright? With that done, let's move to the next number, that is 6. So 6 in German is pronounced as sechs. Sechs. Even though the spelling says S-E-C-H-S, we pronounce it as z with sechs. Sechs. Okay, let's move on to the next number now. The next number is 7, and 7 in German is pronounced as sieben. Sieben. Now just like sechs, the sieben also has a z in it. So sechs and sieben. 6 and 7. Sechs and sieben. Moving on to the next number, which is our 8. 8 in German is pronounced as acht. Acht. Now here, you would require to use a lot of throat work since Germans use a lot of their throat. So, it's acht. Acht. Okay. Let's move on to the next number. The next number for us is 9. So 9 in German is pronounced as neun. Neun. Then coming to the 10th number, 10th is pronounced as zehn. Zehn. Now again, the T is very specific and important in this context. it is very essential that you do emphasize on the tiny T. So it becomes Zehn, Zehn, and not Zane. Zane will be wrong. So you have to pronounce it like a pro and pronounce it as Zehn, Zehn. Great guys, you've been following up really well. Let's have a quick recap from 1 to 10, yeah, or rather 0 to 10. Let's get on with it. So, we discussed till now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, that's great. You are doing a great job. 11 is called elf, elf. Then moving on to the next one, we have 12. So 12 is pronounced as 12, 12. Again a reminder for the T, 12. Alright guys, now since I really do understand that German is a new language that you're learning and you really need some tips and tricks to learn these numbers quickly. So here you go, I got your back. I have a tiny rhyme for you guys so that it helps you memorize these numbers pretty quickly. And once you get a hold from 0 to 12 or 0 to 12, you will be able to quickly learn the remaining ones. Form them on your own even, just like we do in English. Alright, starting with the rhyme. The rhyme goes something like this, guys. 1, 2, Polizei. 3, 4, Offizier. 5, 6, alter Hex. 7, 8, gute Nacht. 9, 10, auf Wiedersehen. So this, guys, is a pretty simple rhyme and a pretty short one. This is going to help you remember all the countings starting from 1 to 10. I really hope that this proves very beneficial to you. Let's go once again from the starting to the end of the rhyme, and I'll also explain to you the meaning of the words so that it all starts to make sense to you. Let's go over it once again quickly and then understand its meaning. So, the rhyme is something like 1, 2, Polizei. 3, 4, Offizier. 5, 6, alter Hex. 7, 8, gute Nacht. 9, 10, auf Wiedersehen. Now, taking the rhyme slowly and steadily, you'll understand that 1, 2 is 1, 2. So, 1, 2, Polizei. Polizei is the police in German. Alright. Then, the rhyme says 3, 4, Offizier. So, Offizier is an officer. Okay? So, 3, 4, Offizier. 5, 6, alter Hex. Now, what does alter Hex mean? Yeah? So, alter Hex. Alter means old and Hex is a witch. That's right. So, what does the rhyme say now? It says something like 1, 2, Polizei. 3, 4, Offizier. 5, 6, alter Hex. 7, 8, gute Nacht. So, gute Nacht is good night in German. Then, what do we have left? 9, 10, auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen in German is saying bye-bye. So now, you know what to say and how to remember your numbers from 1 to 10. With the rhyme done and on your tips, do practice it once, standing in front of the mirror and saying the rhyme out loud. It will definitely help you remember all the number names. With that done, let's move ahead in our number names. The next number that we have is 13. So like I mentioned towards the beginning of the video, you will know that we discussed that Arabic number system is followed by both the languages, namely English and German. So with that, you will identify that like in English language we say 13, 14. Similarly in German we say 13, 14. So in that context, the teen of the English language is replaced by the 10 in the German language. You see such an interesting commonality? So with that understood, let's move ahead. 13 is pronounced as 13, 13. Then 14 it's pronounced as 14, 14. Again a reminder for the 10, the T in the 10. So 14. The next number for us is 15. 15 in German is pronounced as 15, 15. The next number for us is 16. So 16 in German is pronounced as 16, 16. If you pay attention, you'll have a little bit of issue of pronouncing the z together. But you have to pay very close attention and practice it so that you master it someday. The T in the Z is very important for the 10. Remember that. I've reminded you tons of times now, but I'm emphasizing so much because it holds a lot of importance and value. Moving back to our numbers, guys, the next number on the list is 17. So 17 in German is pronounced as 17, 17. Now if you paid attention, then the number 7 is pronounced as 7, but we do not pronounce 17 as 17. We rather pronounce it as 17, 17. Alright? With that said, let's move to the next number, that is 18. 18 in German is pronounced as 18, 18. Then the next one we have is 19. So 19 in German is pronounced as 19, 19. Then the last one here is 20. So 20 in German is pronounced as 20, 20. Okay, that's great, guys. We've come a long way from 0 to 20. That's right. Okay, let's do one thing, Let's just revise whatever has been done till now so that it all registers over here. Yes? Let's go ahead with starting from 0 to 20, that is 0 to 20. Let's begin, guys. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and the last one is 20. Perfect. Now this is excellent, you guys. You are right on the pace. So now we know the counting starting from 0 to 20. Let's now understand how do we say the numbers after 20. Trust me, you will be able to figure out these things on your own once you get the hang of it. So let's begin and learn how to say 21 in German. So 21 is said as 1 and 20 in German. Similarly, 22 will be written and said as 2 and 20. 23 will similarly be said as 3 and 20. So, and in German is pronounced as und, U-N-D, und. So, after we've learned that, we can go and form our 21 together, guys. That's right. Let's do it together. So, 21 is pronounced and written as 1 and 20. So, in German it becomes ein und 20. Yes, I know, right? It's a big word. But if you broke it down into 3 pieces, after it breaks down, it becomes very simple. It becomes 1 and 20. Since I already told you, und means and. That's right. So, ein und 20. Okay. After we've learned how to make 21, I'm damn sure you can know how to make 22. So let's begin with that. 22 in German is written as 2 and 20. So what will it become? 2 und 20. 2 und 20. Now the next one for us is 23. So 23 will be written as 3 und 20. That's right. Why? Because 23 is written as what? 3 and 20. Which in German becomes 3 und 20. Great, guys. See, you got a hang of it. It's excellent, I tell you. After learning that, I'm sure you'll be able to figure out the rest. Namely, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I know you can do it. Yeah? With that, let's learn how to say 30 now, because that's where the difference lies. 30 in German is pronounced as 30. 30. Okay? So, we have 30 with us. Now, can you tell me how to write 31 in German? It's pretty easy. We follow the same logic we did for 21. So, what was the logic for 21? 1 and 20. So, what 31, what will it be? Yes, 1 and 30. So, for saying 1 and 30 in German, how would you say that? We will say it as ein und 30. Okay? That's absolutely correct. Ein und 30. That's great. After that, let's learn how to say 33 in German. So 33 in German is said and written as 33. 33. Very good. You're really following it really well. Let's move ahead and learn how to say 35. That's right. 35 will be said and written as 5 and 30, which makes it 35. 35. That's right. This is amazing, guys. Now you know how to fill in the gaps of the numbers. Am I right or am I right? Okay, with that said, let's learn how to say 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100 in German. It's very simple, believe me. So after 30, it becomes very simple to write 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. So 40 in German is 40. 40. The 30, 40, 50, 60 has the sich in the ending. 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay? So, let's get back. 50 is pronounced as 50. 50. Moving on to 60. 60 is pronounced as 60. 60. Okay. The next one for us is 70. So 70 in German is spoken and written as 70. 70. Very good. 80 in German will be said and written as 80. 80. Great. Let's now learn how to say 90 in German. So 90 is pronounced as 90. 90. That's great. Any guesses? How will you pronounce 100? Let's see if you're right or wrong. So 100 in German is pronounced as 100. Very good. Excellent. We've actually got the hang of it. Now quickly let's revise how to say 20, 30, 40 till 100. So 20 is pronounced as 20. 30 is 30. 40 is 40. 50 is 50. 60 is 60. 70 is 70. 80 is 80. 90 is 90. And my dear friends, 100 is 100. Excellent. Now you know how to fill the gaps. Do practice how to say 71, 72, 73. This will be very interesting for you guys, and I'm sure now you know how to fill in the gaps. Yes guys, so as we've done and completed our number names, and I'm pretty sure that you're very good at it by now, let us now also understand how to implement these number names in our day-to-day conversations and dialogues. Here, just to give a basic understanding of how to apply these number names, I have here an application-based concept for you guys. So, let's go ahead with it and understand how do we put in the numbers between the sentences that we use and speak in our day-to-day life. So here, I have given 3 columns. Each column has something or the other written in it. So the first column says, Ich esse. Ich esse. Ich in English means I. Esse means to eat. Okay? So, ich esse practically means I'm eating or I eat. That is all that the first column says. Then coming on to the second column has some numbers written over it. So the first number that it reflects is 2. 2, which is a 2. Then the second number that it reflects is 3. 3 or 3. Okay? Then the third number that's written over this column is 16. 16. 16 is our 16. Okay? And the next number that we have with us is 8. 8. So 8 is a 8. We are going to use these numbers to complete the sentence that follows. Now, in the third column, we have names of different fruits. That's right. Did you know that fruits in German language are called Obst? Obst. Okay, now let us understand a few Obst. Let's get on with it. So the first Obst that I have written in the third column is Äpfel. Äpfel. Okay. The next one that we have is Blaubeeren. Blaubeeren. The third one that we have is Orangen. Orangen. And the last one that we have with us is Bananen. Bananen. Understanding the meanings of these fruits, it goes something like this. The first one, that is the Äpfel, means apples. Then the second one, Blaubeeren. Blaubeeren are known as the blueberries. Yes, the very tasty blueberries. Then the third Obst that we have written here is what? It is our Orange. Orange. So Orange is our oranges. That's right. And the last one that we have is Bananen. Bananen, which means bananas. Okay. I hope that you have understood the structure of what we are going to do right now. Okay, let's begin with it. So, you have to start the sentence by saying Ich esse, then go ahead with the numbers written on the second column, choose your number, and then choose your Obst from the third column. Any choice, okay? Your wish. Let's go ahead. In the first sentence, try to form it. So, we can begin the first sentence by saying Ich esse 2 Äpfel. Ich esse 2 Äpfel, which means I'm eating 2 apples. Okay, let's move on with the next one. The next one says Ich esse 3 Orangen. Okay, any guesses why I didn't use the Blaubeeren here? And why did I use Orangen? Think. Well, the reason for that is Blaubeeren is plural or plural. Even though the apples, the oranges, bananas are all plural, but the quantity of Blaubeeren will be a lot. Blueberries, you can eat it in a lot of quantity. So, saying that Ich esse 16 Blaubeeren makes more sense, right? I'm eating 16 blueberries. You can have as many as you can. But isn't it practically impossible to eat 16 apples at a time? Or 16 bananas or oranges? I know you can't do it, neither can I. Alright, so now moving on to the sentences. The third one says, Ich esse 13 Blaubeeren. Yeah? And how will you make the last sentence? Yes, that is absolutely correct. So the last sentence says, Ich esse 8 Bananen. Ich esse 8 Bananen. Absolutely right. You have done a great job, guys. I'm so proud of that. The application and the importance you have understood now of the number names. Now you know how to place them between sentences of our day-to-day conversations or dialogues. Now, let's practice these number names. It will be a kind of a quick revision for you guys. I know you're already pro at the number names. But let's also test ourselves. So, we are going to start with an Übung, which means an exercise in German. So, firstly, I'm going to tell you some German number names and you have to tell me what number is that in English language. So the first number that I have for you guys is elf. Elf. What is elf in English? You have 5 seconds. Go, guys. All right. Okay. So, what is elf in English, guys? Elf is our 11. Absolutely correct. Now that's great, guys. Let's move on to the second question for the day. Second question is, what is 23 in English? 23. You have 5 seconds. Alright, stop. Time's up. So, 23 is 23. That's correct, guys. Amazing. 23 in German. Okay, moving on to the third question. How do you pronounce 22? 22 in English? Okay, time's up, guys. So, what is 22 in English? It is, of course, 22. Oh, good Lord. You are doing a great job, guys. Excellent. Alright, let's move on to the fourth question. The fourth question for us is, how do you pronounce 37? 37. You have 5 seconds. Okay, so what is your answer? Absolutely correct. It's 37. 37. Alright, moving on to the fifth question of the day. What is 12? 12. Okay, yes, that's absolutely the correct answer. 12 is 12 in German. That's excellent. 12. Okay, moving on to the next question for the day. It is, how do you pronounce 98? 98. You have 5 seconds. Stop. Yes. So, 98 is our very own 98. That's right. Remember how we pronounce it? 8 and 90. So, 98. Okay? That's great. Alright. Let's get on for the next question of the day. The next question for us is 38. 38. The timer's clicking, guys. Okay, we're done. So, what is 38? Yes, it's 38. Absolutely correct. Round of applause for you guys. Very good. Alright, let's move on to the next question. The next question for you guys is 87. 87. What will be the answer, guys? You have 5 seconds. Well, yes, that's great. It's 87. Absolutely the correct answer. I am impressed, I must admit that. Great. Let's move on to the next one. The next one for us is 21. 21. Well, 21 is our 21. That's correct. Very good, guys. Excellent. And the 10th question for you is 78. 78. What will be the answer for that, guys? Time up. Yes, it's correct. It's 78. Very good. I'm very impressed. But now, let's see if you can hack the next question round as well. For the next round, I have the last 10 questions. Check yourself if you're able to answer all of them. Okay, so the first question is, how do you say 19 in German? How will you say 19 in German, guys? The timer's ticking. Stop. Yes, what is the answer? 19. Very good. 19 is our 19. Excellent. Remember the teen and zehn, how they replace each other? Yes. So the answer for the question 19 will be 19. Excellent. Then the second question is, how do you say 20? How do you say 20? All right. Yes. So the answer for the same is 20. 20. Very good. And the next question for us is, how do you say 16 in German? 16. Oh, great. You knew it already, huh? So, the answer for 16 is 16. 16. Okay, great. Moving on to the fourth question. The fourth one is, how do you say 17? 17. Stop. Oh God, I'm so happy to see that you remember the fact that it won't be 17, rather it will be 17. 17. Very good. Excellent, guys. Moving on to the next question. The fifth one for us is, how do you say 13 in German? 13. Okay, stop. So 13 in German is 13. 13. Excellent. Knowing 13, what will be 14 in German? Yes? Think. Ooh, yes, absolutely correct. So the answer for 14 is 14. 14. Wow. We are on a really good score, guys, as far as I can see. Let's move ahead to the seventh question of the day. Seventh question is, how do you say 10 in German? 10. Alright, stop. So, what's the answer for 10? We all know this one. Seems super easy. So, 10 is what? 10. Not forgetting the T. Yeah, guys. So, it becomes 10. Alright. Let's move to the next question, which is the eighth one. How would you say 11 in German? 11, the number 11. How would you say that? Stop. Oh, great. So, what is it? Elf. Elf. That's right. Great, guys. Quickly getting on to the ninth one. For the ninth one we have, how do you say 4 in German? 4. Okay, 4. That's great. You remember the pronunciation of V, huh? Very good. V in German is pronounced as V, which is why 4 is pronounced as vier. Vier. Oh, great! That brings us to the last question for the day. Excellent, guys. This is getting fun. Okay, it's great. So the last question for the day is, how would you say the number 5 in German language? The clock's ticking. Stop. So, what is the last answer? Did you guys get 20 on 20, huh? So the last answer for us is 5. That's great. Excellent. 5 for us is fünf. Fünf. Wow, guys. We did a pretty good job. Give yourselves some appreciation and a small round of applause. Woo! Excellent. All right. Now I think we've pretty much mastered the numbers in and out. Yes? All right. Now, with that done, let me share a very, very interesting fact with you guys. You will be really surprised to know that, like in English and the decimal system that we use, there is a dot in the name of a decimal, isn't it? We all get 13.5, 14.5 marks in our examination out of 15. Or is it a little too much, huh? Okay, jokes apart. So, for us, decimal is a dot. But in German, we do not have a dot in the name of decimal. In the name of decimal, we instead have a comma there. So, for saying 7.5, I will have to say 7,5. 7 is 7, point is a comma in German, and 5 is 5. So 7.5 becomes 7,5. Alright, let me ask you if you really understood the logic. Now tell me, what will 14.3 be? Yeah? Yes, 14.3 will be 14, 3. 14, 3. Absolutely right. You guys are such quick learners. Very good. Alright, moving on to the ordinal numbers now. How would you say I came first in the class, second in the class, third, fourth or fifth? How will you say that? Order numbers help us identify how to say first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on and so forth. So, to say first in German is Erste. Okay? Then, how do we say second in German? Second in German is called Zweite. Then, 3 in German or third in German will be pronounced as Dritte. Okay? Dritte. So we have Erste, Zweite, Dritte. Yeah? Superb. Now let me tell you. After third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh are super easy to form on your own. All you need to do is add a te or te towards end of each number. I'll give you an example. So how do we say fourth in German? What is 4 firstly? So in German, 4 is written and spoken as 4. So how will you write fourth? Fourth, you'll only have to add a te or te towards end of 4, which makes it vierte. Then fifth will become fünfte. 16 will become sechste, and so on and so forth. So just another example, how would you say 14? For saying 14th, you have to say 14. Fiat center. All you have to do is just add a te at the end. So what do we know? What have we understood? Now we know the number names from 0 to 100. That's right. Then we also know a very interesting fact that the decimals in German are nothing but a comma. Yes? We also know the ordinal numbers and we know a pretty cute and interesting rhyme just so we can memorize the numbers from 1 to 10. Alright guys. So now you know how to count your money in German language. Check out our next video of the series Learn German in 15 days. If you liked our video, do let us know what new word you learned in today's video. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon so that you never miss another video from Language Fluent. I'll see you in the next one.